All right, welcome back to this week's Rut Report here at Michigan Outdoors Report. The guys and I have been observing some things heating up out there in the stands, so our field staff from all over the state has their reports ready to roll with you to let you know what's going on all over the state of Michigan. And we've got numerous reports from you guys also. If you'd like to share a report with us, every Sunday evening, 5 o'clock on our Facebook page, we have Rut Report posts for you to drop your reports. They are county specific, so make sure you're dropping your report in the correct county so that we can share that with all of you. Pictures, videos, we welcome it all. So things are starting to heat up. We are nearing the end of October and we have a cold front coming our way, so we know the action is really about to start getting hot and heavy. So with that said, let's start in Southeast Michigan with Dennis Poet.
Hey y'all, this is Dennis Poet with Michigan Outdoors Report. This week's Rut Report comes out of Zone 9 and 10. First up, we got Jay Mitchell out of Jackson County. He's actually seen bucks out there dogging does in the field already. Kind of exciting if you ask me. He's reporting he's got all kinds of scrapes and rubs popping up around this place daily. Next up is out of Washtenaw County. It's Dan Barry. He's been seeing sparring going on quite a bit actually. He's reported the same thing, new rubs and scrapes popping up all over the place. Things are starting to get a little hectic out there in the woods. Good to hear, man. Next up, we got Jesse J out of Macomb County. He's reported he's seen lots of does. He's got new rubs and scrapes popping up all over the place. And this week's Rut Report for me comes out of Wayne County, little piece of suburbia, Romulus, actually along I-275. This week I checked on my trail cameras on Monday, and I noticed that I've already got bucks on their feet all hours of the day. I'm catching them at 12:30 in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. They're seeking already for some reason. I personally think it's a little early, but who am I to argue with that? I'll take it. Here soon, I'll be doing all-day sits coming up this weekend. I'm looking forward to getting after it, man. It's getting to be that time I wait for all year. Them 2 weeks, to be honest with you. I love it. Nothing like it. If you guys are out there, be safe. Make sure that you're wearing your harnesses. And don't forget, some of the best memories in the world are made outside.
What's up, everybody? Rut Report for the last week of October. Clinton County for me. Bucks have been on the move. They're chasing, scraping buck rubs. A lot of little ones I'm getting calling in right to my calls. No big boys are making the move on my calls, but I think that's going to change shortly here with the, end of October, going into Halloween and that weather change coming. So, got a few reports, not many this week. Zone 7, out of Clinton County, David Conklin, bucks chasing does. So again, they're chasing, doing their thing. William Parrott out of Eaton County, Zone 7. Bucks chasing, bucks working scrape. Got a pretty cool video. Thanks for sharing that. Same thing. They're heating up. Eddie Flores out of Ingham County. Bucks chasing, hitting rubs. Kind of the same thing all over. Only one out of Zone 8, Branch County, Michael Sunday, bucks chasing. So kind of short and sweet this week. I'm going to be off the next few days. I think Tim's going to be off next week. We're going to try to whack him a stacker for our team, but just want to kind of say best of luck to everybody. Stay safe out there. Yes, I'm at work. I'm not used to doing this. I wish I was in a tree, but the rain's been terrible. It's just the weather sucks, but get after it. Be safe. Best of luck.
All right, Tim, back again. Let's cover zones 1, 2, and 3. That's the Upper Peninsula and Northern Lower Peninsula. Much better reports coming in this week compared to the week before. I think pre-rut was just getting underway when we go back to last week. This week, however, we've got a lot more observations coming in from everybody and things I've seen myself. A lot more scrapes being established, rubs being observed. The younger bucks are the ones that are definitely being seen a lot more. A little bit of light chasing going on from those younger bucks. There have been a few reports of mature bucks being seen on their feet during daylight hours, but it's mostly the younger bucks at this point. But from what everybody's saying, the reports coming in, there's lots of scrapes being established in that nighttime hours. So things are about to really kick off up here. We've got a nice cold front going to hit this weekend. We're talking a 10-15 degree temperature swing that really should get those deer up and on their feet. So we all know the week of Halloween is the week to be out there. So I'll be on vacation. I'll have lots of reports coming your way. So let's get into some viewer reports and see what you guys are observing. All right, Robert Barrick out of Grand Traverse County, he's reporting that things are starting to pick up quite a bit. The week started out slow with not much activity. on the cameras, but the past 2 days movement has really started to pick up and multiple scrapes have been opened up. All right, Jason Wodarski took this nice buck here hunting an apple orchard out of northern zone 3, so that's the northeast corner of the northern lower peninsula. His report states he's looking at cool temps and a full moon this weekend. Should start getting heavy in northern zone 3 Friday, and Saturday will be all day sits for me. All right, moving along into zone 2, northwest lower peninsula. James Holm reports that scrapes are starting to get hot and heavy. He says find them and hunt over them. All right, out of Otsego County, Chris Detkowski with a nice rub that he's observed. All right, our last report is from Otsego County from James Emery. He says he has 3 small spikes. 2 of them were messing around fighting, and 1 of them was messing with a young doe that came in. Again, that's out of Otsego County.
Hey guys, Austin from West Michigan here. Been super busy the last week, so I've only been able to make it out one time. We've got a few reports from a couple of people here in West Michigan that I'm going to read to you. We'll start things off with Carrie Kay in Ottawa County. She had a report for us last week. She says she's seeing lots of scrapes. Smaller bucks seem to be more active. She had a group of 5 bucks come through the other day. So starting to see more of that pre-rut activity. The younger bucks are stirring up the does and causing turmoil there. So Rachel Ridley seeing some scrapes finally. Definitely more activity in the past couple days. Charlie Payne seeing a ton of scrapes. Seen a buck chasing a couple doe Saturday night. He's in Mecosta County. Eric Ridout, hope I'm saying your last name right, noticed 2 new scrapes in the last couple of days. Had a beautiful 9-point come out. He showed a lot of interest in a doe just before 7 p.m. He's tagged and bagged, he says. So I had a similar experience on my evening the other night when I was out. I had a nice buck come out chasing a doe. He was chasing a doe pretty hard actually, and just he wouldn't give me a good opportunity. A clear shot wouldn't come in close enough. So he never knew I was there, but still, it was nice seeing him. Nice seeing that they're starting to follow the does around. He was a few minutes behind her, so wasn't quite right on her when I first seen him. Kind of spooked him when I blew my deer call, trying to get him to come a little closer. But about 10 minutes after I seen him, he come back down the same ridge line that I was in, and further away, but chasing that doe again. So I believe it's starting, and next week that cold front coming in is really going to kick things off for us.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back for this week's Rut Report. We got some things popping in the woods. A lot of guys have been sharing, Zone 5. This week it seems pretty average across the board. Seems like a lot of smaller bucks have been kind of pushing does and chasing. The bigger bucks really haven't gone daylight yet. But this weather's just been terrible. Everybody, I'm sure, is tired of the rain, because I sure am. Steve Clark, he shared with us, he's noticed several scrapes popping up occasionally, in his woods, and some fresh rubs. Some smaller buck activity, but nothing big yet. Kurt Weigold, hunting Saginaw County, he's noticed that little bucks are chasing does, but that's really it. None of the really bigger bucks, I don't believe yet, are really getting out hot and heavy. I've got my trail cams going, and they're all still seem to be running, the bigger bucks. Right at sunrise or right at sunset. They're kind of still staying out of daylight hours. But, this rain's been terrible. Hopefully the weather will cool down and, the rut will heat up. And soon those big boys will start coming out in daylight and start giving some of us some opportunities, right? But Fred Bartlett, he was also out of Isabella County, and he shared with us he's seen 25 does and not one buck out there chasing them. So it's still that immediate area, of the month. Once temperatures start to cool down a little bit, the weather chills out and quits going so crazy. Once everything starts to calm down, hopefully the rut will start to fire up. Temperatures start to level out, start to get a little cooler. Hopefully everything will start to, fire up from there. We're not quite there yet in Zone 5, but within the next week or two, we'll be getting close. I'm starting to notice the bigger bucks are starting to come out on trail cam just a little earlier and earlier every day. So before too long, it'll be here. But across the board this week in Zone 5, it's primarily just smaller bucks running around chasing. And, the bigger guys are still kind of sticking to just before daylight, just before dark kind of thing. But overall, I wish you guys good luck this week. Hopefully you guys can run in a big one or rattle them in or, whatever you need to do. So wear your tree harnesses. Be safe as always. Good luck, guys. I'll see you guys next week.
What's up, Michigan Outdoors Report, and welcome to week 2 of the Michigan Outdoors Report Rut Report. So let's dive right into it. Back into Zone 6. Actually, some really good reports coming in this time around. So, no county listed, but Keith Colsair, hopefully I got that right, sent us in a pic with a nice 8 coming in and was chasing does. So he put the stop to that real quick. So then we jump down to Shiawassee County, where we have Brian Gilmore reporting that he is starting to see quite a bit of chasing happening, some stuff happening in the fields and woods, so it's good. I mean, hard part we're going to have here, folks, is temperature changed again. I mean, we were 40s and 30s last week. This week we're back up in the 70s. Next week we're going to be back down cold. I think they're talking some 26s and 29s up this way, so we'll have to check that out. It's going to change around a little bit. Coming in from Tuscola County, which is my new home county, we had Benjamin Ewald, also with a pic here I'll show. Public land, back chasing. Managed to get himself a nice buck off some public land. I don't know if he was on Murphy Lake out that way, but there is some really good land around here that I'm looking forward to checking out, not only for deer hunting next year, but possibly some turkey. I know there's the Vassar State game area also, and I haven't had a chance to check that stuff out. But once the deer season's kind of pushed through a little bit, I might get out and try to do a little bit of squirrel hunting or something like that to get a chance to check out the lay of the land. I don't want to go in and start pushing people's deer around. So St. Clair County coming in, Don Mick Jr. He's got a bunch of bucks chasing in a field. Said he was driving by and seen a couple decent ones chasing, mostly young'uns. Also St. Clair County, Donnie Whitaker says the same. He's following the same thing. So apparently out there in St. Clair County, they're starting to get, actually it seems like all the counties last week especially, they started to get some chasing happening. So that's a really good sign. Jeremiah Darker out of Lapeer County. He's got 3 different bucks chasing, catching some on camera, seeing some in person. So again, this week's probably going to change a little bit with the temperatures. I'm sure this weekend, hopefully you guys are getting out and getting in the woods and getting a chance to hopefully catch your eyes on a few of these bucks that might be starting to get kicked in the butt and start moving around. But I got a feeling with this warm weather this week, it's going to kind of slow them down a little bit, but we'll see what happens. And lastly, coming in, the last report was Sanilac County. Derek Van Dam said he's also getting bucks on camera chasing. So I mean, it seems to be a kind of a common thumb area here. We're starting to see some buck activity moving around, getting some of the deer out chasing, getting those does. It's been cloudy, hasn't been a whole lot of sunlight, so that transitional phase is starting to happen. I mean, we're right out, week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, depending on how it goes here in the next couple weeks. So I got a feeling we're going to see a little bit of an early bump in the rut, especially with next week. It's going to get cold. The bucks are going to get up and start chasing just because, that's their nature when it starts to get cold. But does are going to, this light change is happening usually, as everybody knows, beginning of November, first week and a half. A lot of people call it their rutcation. They're going to be taking that off, so there'll be a lot of people in the woods. Remember, be the first one out. Get out there, and that way, especially if you're hunting state land, you'll push them deer around a lot. Stay in that stand until after everybody leaves for lunch. It's usually when that big boy gets up and starts moving around. So thank you guys for tuning in again. Thank you, Bill, for Zone 5, and everybody else. Really appreciate you guys coming in with good reports. We look forward to continue seeing and hearing from you guys. Get some videos in too. Really putting those videos up, and we'd like to share what you guys are seeing as well. Congratulations, everybody took a nice harvest on this first cold streak. The bucks got up, started moving around, start filling them freezers. Make sure you guys have got that good natural meat for the season here once we all kind of hunker down for the winter. So God bless everybody. Again, everybody be safe. Keep them harnesses on, keep them tight, and keep them coming in. It's only going to get better here in the next couple weeks. Take care, everybody. God bless.
All right, that includes this week's Rut Report. We want to appreciate all of you that shared reports, shared pictures, videos. Keep them coming, guys. We really love it. Again, this is what it's all about, people helping out other people. So we all have limited time out in the woods, so we always want to make the most of it. And working together, sharing information definitely can help maximize our success rate out there. So thanks again. If you'd like to share a report, drop it below in the comments. We'd appreciate that. Also, be on the lookout again on Sunday evenings, 5 o'clock on Facebook for our Rut Report post. Again, there are specific posts for different zones of the state, so please make sure you share your report in the correct zone. And we'll be back next Friday right here for another Rut Report.